Hello everyone and welcome to a really special event, the KTP Best of the Best Awards 2021. Today we're joining together to recognise outstanding KTP partnerships which have made a positive impact to the UK over the past 12 months. My name is Fiona Nightingale and I'm honoured and delighted to be hosting this year's awards ceremony. I'm one of the team of 32 knowledge transfer advisors in KTN who deliver Innovate UK's Knowledge Transfer Partnership Programme. We help and support KTP partnerships from conception to completion and everything else in between. It's a privilege and a pleasure to work with such exciting, innovative and positive teams in the world of KTP. Today, we're going to celebrate some of the high points of our portfolio from all across the UK and also celebrate some of our exceptional associates. We have 5 awards today and the winners will be announced. For those of you who are new to KTP, I'd just like to take a few minutes to summarise what KTP is all about and why we're celebrating this. KTPs are 3-way partnerships between a business, an academic team and a qualified graduate. The partnerships are designed to drive innovation through knowledge transfer from a knowledge base into a business. KTPs not only complete strategically important projects, but also, by doing so, they create and embed new knowledge and capability for the long term within the business, and that enables it to achieve significant growth, both now and into the future. These are true collaborations in which the business benefits commercially, technically and organisationally. Academics benefit by stretching and demonstrating the impact of their research, and our associates who are based in the businesses enhance their academic skills and they also become commercially aware project managers. Collaboration is absolutely vital for a success of a KTP. We call KTP a contact sport. Everyone mucks in together, it's highly collaborative and partnership is key. This year, the achievements of the KTP partnerships are even more outstanding because the projects have progressed under the very difficult restrictions imposed by working under COVID. Some partnerships have had periods where the business staff or the associate has been furloughed. Some projects have had periods where the project has been suspended, and for many months, the teams have had to deliver knowledge transfer whilst working remotely. So effective collaboration has been essential. Well, let's get started now. To kick us off, it is my pleasure to introduce Indro Mukerjee, the new CEO of Innovate UK. He's very new. He only joined Innovate UK in May this year, but he's an engineer, a highly experienced technology and business leader, and he has a track record of leading innovation and technology commercialisation in businesses of all shapes and sizes across the world. He also has a strong personal interest in skills for industry and developing talent. In fact, he co-founded the UK Electronics Skills Foundation to develop careers in that industry. So you can see why Indro has already taken a keen interest in KTP. And we are delighted that he's joining us today. Over to you, Indro.
Thank you very much indeed, and good afternoon to everybody, and welcome to the Innovate UK KTP Awards. In the 20 weeks or so I've been with Innovate UK, I've learned a lot about the organisation, what we do, the brilliant people that we have, and one of the most exciting things for me has been to learn about our Knowledge Transfer Partnership Programme. So I'm really pleased to be able to be with you here today, and I look forward to joining you through the whole of the event today. We are the UK's innovation agency, and we work with people, businesses and partners to find and drive the science and technology innovations that will grow our economy. You know, when describing our activities, I like to use 3 important words to say what we do. I want to lead Innovate UK to inspire, involve and invest in UK innovation. When I talk about inspire, I mean to inspire innovative businesses to create value by turning new ideas into reality. We have a huge amount of talent in the UK, and we work hard to help that talent become successful and contribute to our economy. Involve means to involve people and organisations to create a very vibrant and successful innovation ecosystem in the UK, of which we are the beating heart. And we fund and support and work with many partners to do this, and work with our knowledge transfer network and others to go through this and to take this into practice in our UK business and industry. We want to invest in innovation to make a real impact, and we want to do this through a number of financial and non-financial ways and turn investment into real impact for a difference for UK innovation. So as many of you know, our Knowledge Transfer Partnership Programme is in its 46th year, as you heard earlier, and it's been a fantastic way to join our fantastic research base with innovative businesses, and we've had many thousands of collaborations across all sectors, technologies and places, as you've seen from the numbers in the opening part of the presentation. It's certainly been a very tough last 18 months, and for many it still is a tough situation. And you've seen how great research can be translated into brilliant innovation so that society and economy can benefit. All through this tough period, our KTP programme has flourished and done well, and that's thanks to all of you that have supported it, and thanks to the teams that have worked so hard in doing the work that they've done to make all this happen. So Richard Collin, our Innovate UK team, our knowledge transfer advisors, our knowledge transfer associates, the partner businesses and universities were all fundamental to this collaboration. It's so good to see this energy and passion that's involved in this fantastic programme. As you heard earlier, I've got an engineering background, and through my business career, I've seen the journey from science to innovation and to business in many different settings, countries, types of businesses, types of situations. I've seen the great, the good, but also the bad and the ugly of that journey, and experience teaches you a lot. Some talk about models, strategies, pivots, plans. I prefer to describe the journey from the point of view of people. That's the part I've got the most experience with personally. Our journey from science to innovation to business is great when it goes well, and that's fantastic to have when it does, but I strongly admire the way that many of you and many others in our industry and business deal with the challenges that happen in the real world. I've seen those challenges at first hand, and I've seen the effects they have on people, and I admire the way that people show resilience, dedication, passion, ingenuity to overcome challenges. However good the science is, things have to be translated into business, and that's where you've got to deal with competition. Things not working the way they should have done, things that have to be redone, customers being difficult, people issues, and cash, which is often the hardest part of any initially growing business to get going. All of these things are real world issues, and I admire all the people, all of you who have been dealing with these things and have had the experience of showing passion and dedication to deal with these things at first hand. Creating technology-based businesses is not easy, and I admire everybody who gives it a go. The emotional roller coaster of the highs and lows, in my view, needs much more acknowledgement and recognition as part of leadership and people development. I admire everybody who's gone through and is going through and will go through that journey in any capacity. I want to share with you a couple of themes that I just want to close with, and these are themes that for me are very, very important and will be a kind of signature of how I would like to go forward with Innovate UK, in addition to all of the work we do that I described earlier to support UK innovation. The first is, for me, diversity. This is not just an obvious thing to do from a human perspective, it's a massive issue to help from a business and economic perspective. We in the UK need to be better at using all the talent we have in this country, wherever it is, however it's presented, wherever it is, and whoever it is. And we must focus on diversity, equality and inclusion to get the best out of our talent in the UK. This is one of the ways we will be successful and competitive on the world stage. We have in Innovate UK the Women in Innovation Programme, the Young Innovators Programme, and we have others that we're going to be developing. And we want to do more in this area and also want to see and encourage more in the way of role models. Role models, including many of you, will be very important in stimulating and exciting others to have the courage to jump in and give it a go, to become innovators, to become business leaders. The second area that I want to focus on, which will be for me a most important thing as we go forward with Innovate UK, is to that journey where innovators become entrepreneurs and then become business leaders. And these are three quite different areas. It's about being commercially savvy. It's about having an understanding of how to do business plans, how to understand competitions, how to overcome real obstacles. And that journey from innovator to entrepreneur to business leader is one that we need to do much more of in this country. And I salute and admire all of you who are in your way going through that journey. It's a tough journey, but it's an exciting journey, and it's a fulfilling journey if you can get to the place that you want to get to. And so as Innovate UK, we want to help in every way we can as you and your companies and your associations and your networks go through that journey. Ultimately, Innovate UK is a public service. It's a public service for UK business. And I want to be able to create a very clear and compelling shop front that all of UK business can see us through and find themselves in how they look at us. We're not there, and that's one of the action projects that I've started with quite quickly after starting. And so I really want, within some months from now, for us to have a much clearer, more compelling shop front for all of UK business. I mentioned that KTP has been going for 46 years, and I'm really ambitious for the KTP programme and how we can build the foundations for a way, way bigger programme for the next 46 years. You know, changes in technology, society and economy over the last 46 years will be nothing compared to what's going to happen over the next 46 years. So as we build these foundations going forward, here are some principles that I'd like to kind of share with you as to what I would like to see happen quite quickly, and by this time next year I'd already like to see evidence as we go forward in this way. I'd like to make the KTP scheme and programme much better known across business, be it to SMEs, be it to large companies, across all sectors. I'd like to see how we can engage with business and how we can really engage to develop and expand this programme and communicate its added value as we go forward. And I really would like to see us use KTPs as a strong way in terms of the work that we're doing to support levelling up across the UK, because I think it's got a fantastic foundation and a great basis to go forward with. And so as far as the ambition I have is to really increase our business revenue generated by KTPs, increase the number of new revenue streams and spin-outs and startups emerging from KTPs, and ultimately to use KTPs to build back better through innovation across the work that we're doing in Innovate UK. So I'm going to work with our team to see what we can do to develop this programme and really accelerate it as we go forward, and look forward to sharing some of the evidence of that and the results of that with you already at next year's events. So I look forward to hearing about the finalists for our 5 awards, and so in wrapping up I want to give you all congratulations, thanks for the work that you do, and to say that I'm very much looking forward to the rest of the afternoon. So thank you very much indeed, and I wish you all the best and a very good afternoon together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Indro. That was absolutely fabulous. And you've got us all excited now about KTP and the future of KTP and looking for how we can get even more from this really fantastic programme. It was a really great lead into our second speaker, Professor Dame Ottoline Leyser. Ottolin is the new CEO of UKRI, having been in post for just over a year since June 2020. She's a leading plant biologist, and she's still actively involved in research as the Regius Professor of Botany at the University of Cambridge. Ottolin is interested in research culture and its effects on the quality of the research system. So she's got a real interest in effective collaboration, and collaboration is what we're talking about today with KTP. So I'm really delighted to welcome her to talk to us about the world of UKRI and to hear her thoughts on the spirit of collaboration.
Really a huge pleasure to be here for the Knowledge Transfer Partnership Awards. I'm really a huge fan of this scheme, so it's great to be able to be here and support this amazing endeavour. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Ottoline Leyser. I'm the CEO of UK Research and Innovation. And for those of you who don't know UK Research and Innovation, we are the largest public funder of research and innovation in the UK. We bring together 9 organisations, that's 7 disciplinary research councils, Innovate UK, the UK's innovation agency, and Research England, which funds block grants into universities. So we cover all disciplines and all sectors that conduct research and innovation. And so we have this fantastic opportunity to support the system, working in partnership with academia, business, public sector, third sector, and of course, international partners. We spend a large amount of government money every year, so we are, of course, accountable to government, and providing that strong interface into government is also a key part of what we do. So I am very excited to be working in UKRI because of that extraordinary opportunity to bring the whole system together. I think one of the issues we face in the UK is our system is currently incredibly balkanized. It's very stovepipe. We have the discovery research at one end of the spectrum, if you want to look at it as a spectrum, which I don't, and the product development and innovation at the other end, if you want to think of it as an end, which I don't. And the way we think about these two activities, they tend to be the focus of how we invest and measure how the research and innovation system is working. What I'm really interested in myself is this bit in the middle, how you connect it all up, because really this linear path between discovery and product is a myth, as we all know, and the whole system looks much more like this. And for me, it's absolutely crucial that we create this highly connected system where people and ideas move freely through the system. And the people are, at the moment, we tend to think about these researchers and innovators as these kind of lone genius figures sitting in labs or libraries or whatever, doing their thing, when even a little bit of thought makes one appreciate that they're completely surrounded by a whole range of other people who support their endeavour. And that goes well beyond whom they might find, for example, in the laboratory around them, to a much wider set of people, all of whom are contributing to this extraordinary system. And really thinking about that full range of people, that full range of skills, and how many different things different people bring to the party, I think is crucial in creating the kind of connected research and innovation system that we need. People working in different organizations right across the system, universities, business, small companies, big companies, public sector research establishments, all of these kinds of organizations. And of course, underpinning all of this, what I'm really talking about fundamentally in the context of this connectivity, I think is so crucial, is collaboration. I think it's absolutely crucial that all of these people have the opportunity to interact with one another, to talk to one another, to share their ideas in a free and open way. And that is, in the exam question I was set in preparing this talk, what the spirit of collaboration really means to me. It maps very well onto a management principle that's called psychological safety, where the goal of leadership really is to create an environment where people can voice ideas freely. They can disagree constructively rather than in a threatened or a threatening way. They can seek and provide really honest feedback. They can take risks and experiment. And of course, you can admit your mistakes and learn from them in a very constructive and positive way, and ask for help. And this is crucial. This is how collaboration at a high level really works. And this is the kind of culture that I think is underpins a really high quality research and innovation system, both in working right across all of those organizations that I talked about, and also crucially sharing between them and working together. And so UKRI, I think, because it reaches right across the system, has this extraordinary opportunity to try to foster that kind of research culture and to build that kind of connectivity. So what I'm interested in trying to do is to create this outstanding research and innovation system for the UK that really importantly gives everyone the opportunity to contribute, really valuing that diversity of skills and inputs. And at the same time, of course, gives everybody the opportunity to benefit. And only when we do that will we be able to capture the real benefits for everybody from research and innovation, enriching lives, as it says here, locally, nationally, and internationally. And we have multiple tools to help us to do that. Not just our investment, which obviously is a really important one and can incentivize all kinds of activities, but also our ability to convene and catalyze and to bring people together in different and interesting combinations. And I think underpinning the system needs diversity, different people, different infrastructures, different organizations, different types of funding mechanism. That diversity really underpins everything, but diversity is only valuable with that high connectivity. So diversity with collaboration is crucial to generating this really resilient system that can withstand shocks, and a really engaged system that brings everybody along and creates that environment where ideas and people move freely. And so what we're trying to do at UKRI then is to invest in people, in ideas, in infrastructures, and crucially in that join up between them so that we can target key national priorities in a way that connects the extraordinary creativity and kind of bottom-up activity right across the system in the public and private sector, and allows it to deliver extraordinary benefit for society. And I think we're all of us now looking at the vaccine example as a brilliant case in point, where all of those elements have come together really effectively to deliver something incredibly positive for the UK. So for me and for UKRI, this is about portfolio management. We invest in many, many different types of things. It's that diversity element in people through, for example, PhD studentships and fellowships, in ideas, both in the context of research grants from right across the research base, and the smart grants that we see funded through Innovate UK into businesses, but also infrastructures. So we fund a lot of institutes, and we put block grants into universities that supports the vibrancy of the research culture in universities, and of course big national facilities and institutions like the Catapults that are absolutely crucial in delivering this join up, and then international collaboration. So many different funding approaches right across the disciplines and across the sectors that allows us to deliver this joined up, hopefully output focused research and innovation system that can really drive prosperity and public good across the UK. And so that's why I'm so excited to be here for the Knowledge Transfer Partnership Awards, because the KTPs are really emblematic of everything I think I've just talked about. It's an Innovate UK programme delivered in partnership with the KTN. It works right across the country, crucially connecting different parts of the system, business or not for-profit organisations, with a university or other knowledge base via a person. That's crucial, a graduate who, and the support for those associates, I think, is crucial. It creates a person who has connected up parts of the system, who will move on through their career to build networks around them. And those networks are absolutely crucial in allowing ideas and skills and know-how to flow through the system. And so I'm really, as I say, excited to be here to celebrate this programme. Huge congratulations to everybody taking part, really important part of the system. And of course, particular congratulations to the winners. And I hope you have a really good day. Thank you very much.
Many thanks, Ottolin. That was really inspiring, and it's really, helped us understand about how important connections is, how important collaboration is to UKRI and to all of us. We now come to our first award, the Future Leaders Award 2021. So, this is where it all really starts. But before I'm going to tell you about the winners and announce the winners, I just want to mention the supporters for this award. The supporter for the award is Ashbourne Hill. They are the training provider who deliver our KTP training modules, and they also support those associates who take the diploma in management. I'd like to thank Ashbourne Hill specially for their fantastic response to the COVID pandemic. The KTP modules are usually residential courses, and Ashbourne Hill developed an online version in rapid time to provide associates with an experience to not only have the course content delivered, but to also emulate the interaction that they would have had normally with the other associates. It was a tremendous effort, and it's also confirmed how blended delivery can be used for best effect in the future. If you'd like to find out more about the modules and about Ashbourne Hill and their work, they're going to be available in the networking lounge later if you'd like to find out and join them then. Now, the time really has come to announce our first award winners. So these are the first Future Leader Award winners for 2021. This award recognises the achievements and the growth of associates during their projects, not only in their technical development, but also in how they have developed their leadership and management skills and have changed the cultures of their companies. These are people of talent and potential, and they are the innovators and the leaders of the future. So keep your eye out for them as their careers develop. They're definitely ones to watch. We had 59 nominees, which were whittled down to 20 finalists. So we're just having a look now. I'm not going to read these all out, but you can see the names of the 20 finalists. Even if you're not going to get an award, I just want to say that just being nominated by your partnership as a future leader is a huge sign of the esteem in which you're held by them. And being shortlisted as a finalist is a really great achievement. We should also remember that our finalists this year have achieved fantastic project outcomes, whilst many have had to work remotely for the majority of their projects. Now, to complete these projects, embed new culture and new knowledge to change cultures, it's tough at the best of times. So we should really applaud these finalists who have excelled under such difficult circumstances. Now, from our 20 finalists, we have 8 Future Leader Award winners. I'm going to announce 4 of those winners now, and then 4 later in the event. So, here comes the drum roll for our first Future Leader Award winners for 2021. And our first winners are Carla Resendiz Villasenza, Lewis Williams, Olivia Greenhaler, and James Madge. We're going to hear from these 4 first award winners now, and then we'll hear the second 4 later on.
My role as human-centered design engineer is to develop a series of timber frame home kits for self-builders. This KTP brings together knowledge and experience about human-centered design processes to put together a whole new range of houses that can adapt to people's needs as they age. So the type of processes that Northcote and Teesside University were proposing instantly made me think of my grandmas, my grandpa, and my aunties, and all of the people who have struggled in their life, needing to leave their home because of health issues. The input from my supervisors, Jason and Farzad, has been key to my learning curve. We expect this project will help reduce costs for the NHS, promote intergenerational living and well-being, as well as improving social connections and service provisions, especially in remote locations. It's excellent news to be shortlisted. I hope this opens new opportunities for me to continue doing what I love. I am really excited.
I'm a KTP associate working with the University of Reading and also working with Dynamic Planner. My role as the Head of Psychology and Behavioural Insights is to develop tools to help financial advisors have a better understanding of their clients in order to build their relationships and help them through difficult periods of financial adversity. I've been able to develop a number of skills that I've been longing to improve on over the past few years. I was able to network with a number of global leaders and actually reflect on my own leadership style, and I've been able to present at and attend a number of conferences. The KTP, particularly for those who have finished their PhD, is so unique. Many of those students are looking for a route into academia or into the industry, but the KTP provides a space that allows for collaboration and for a partnership to develop between both worlds. I feel very honoured to be nominated for the Future Leader Award, and really this encourages me to develop my abilities as a leader and as I continue to progress in my career.
The aim of this KTP was to create a robust scientific evidence base to support the launch of a novel cooling, heating and compression device. I was excited to be part of a fantastic team with a range of expertise within a sports setting. We did joke through the project that what could go wrong did go wrong, but with the resilience of the KTP team and the company, we were able to get through. I hope that the KTP provides the evidence base to support the product successfully launching into the elite sport market later this year, and I hope that the research findings continue to shape the development of the product and ultimately help people get back to fitness faster. I've been so fortunate to work in such a fantastic KTP team, and I've grown in confidence working in a multi-professional environment which included healthcare, elite sport, industry and universities. I was honoured to learn that my KTP team had nominated me for this award, and I was really proud to be selected as a finalist. This has given me the confidence going into my new role at Swellaway, driving the research and development within the company.
My name is James and I'm a KTP Associate Data Scientist working in collaboration with Prequin and the University of Essex. The KTP uses artificial intelligence, machine learning and related technologies to further Prequin's position as the alternative assets industry's leading source of data and intelligence. In my role, I was most excited about working simultaneously alongside leading academics and industry professionals, leading a project from inception to conclusion, challenging myself and learning lots of new skills along the way. As a result of working on the KTP, and through experiencing and learning about leadership, I'm on my way to discovering my leadership style and how to adapt to each situation I'm presented with. I'm looking forward to exciting new projects and initiatives at Prequin led by data science and a data science team, which the KTP helped build. My most memorable KTP moment was attending the Amazon RE Mars conference in Las Vegas. That was pretty special. It feels great to be a Future Leader finalist, and it was completely unexpected. I haven't thought about how it might change my life, but hopefully it's a sign that I'm heading in the right direction towards my goals.
What impressive young people, and what fabulous stories. It sounds like you've all had a wonderful time and wonderful experiences. Many congratulations to our future leaders, who we hope will go on to have leading roles in the future. introduction of our event. I've mentioned how difficult COVID's made the work for the associates and for their teams, but we would also like to recognise the unsung efforts from the universities across the UK in supporting their partnerships in such challenging circumstances. So we're going to select a few examples and a few stories to share with you. This part of our event is going to be introduced by Richard Lamb. So it's my pleasure to introduce Richard Lamb, the Innovate UK KTP Programme Manager. Now, Richard...
I think Fiona might have been cut off in her prime. But good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Fiona, for what would have been a very kind introduction, and Indro and Ottolin for your generous words of support for the programme. And I think Indro has set out a programme of work for the next 12 months that will keep us all busy, levelling up, creating spin-outs, building back better, driving business revenue, and more innovation through KTP, which is a challenge that I'm sure we will all rise to. I'd like to say thank you to Jerry, Narpal, Poonam, Keisha, Alan, Eileen and the team at KTN and Tech Native for bringing this event to life today and for working so hard behind the scenes to ensure that we were ready. And I'd also like to say a massive thank you to my colleagues in Innovate, but especially Angela, Julia, Dawn, Helen and Sheila, who are in the best way possible the grease in the wheels that keep the KTP machinery turning. And I'd also like to say thank you to Colin Cooper, my manager, for supporting me and for the programme. And finally, I'd like to echo Fiona's words about Ashorn Hill for being an absolutely brilliant training partner, and in particular Terry Gordon, because you always put the needs of our associates first. So thank you for doing everything you did to support us during COVID, and thank you again for supporting the Future Leader category at today's awards. Now, we brought the awards back after a sabbatical back in 2019, and I think the awards give us all a moment to reflect on the year just gone and enables us to look forwards to the year ahead. Now, the last time we met, it was in a completely virtual environment, and I'm sure some of you will remember creating your avatars and learning new ways of interacting. But at last year's ceremony, I think I might have been overly optimistic when I said that I hoped we would meet again in person in 2021. And alas, that's not to be. So this year's awards ceremony once again reflects the way in which we've all been working, and I think we've learned that whilst there's no substitute for being in a room together, there's an awful lot we can achieve when we work and collaborate together online. Now, throughout this year, I've continued to attend local management committee meetings as they've been happening virtually. And I'd just like to say thank you to all the projects that have facilitated my attendance and indulged me with your patient answers to my questions. Now, in those meetings, I've developed a bit of a rule of thumb, and it's this. If the only way I can tell who's from the business and who's from our knowledge base is by looking at the bottom of the little windows that you get in Zoom and Teams, then it's got to be a great project. And so far, I've been proved right. Now, this magic happens a lot in KTP, and it's when the academic team know how the business works and the business understand the capabilities of the academic team. And coupled with an incredibly capable associate, and the talent in our Future Leaders category is astounding. But when you bring those three things together, everybody wins. The business gets its new product or service, the academic team learns something new that furthers their research and helps them bring the real world into the lecture theatre, and we create some of the most capable future leaders for the UK. For the businesses we work with, embarking on a KTP can seem quite daunting, and many SMEs don't believe that their local university would be interested in talking to them, let alone working with them. So we're really glad to prove those doubters wrong and demonstrate to businesses of all size that by bringing an idea to KTP, no matter what it is, you're in safe hands. And by collaborating with us, you can create something truly innovative. So we look forward to reaching out to more businesses with Indro support to get more businesses engaged and involved in the KTP programme. And the projects that they'll bring will add their own unique flavour to our programme. I mean, we've already heard about some interesting projects, and we've got more to hear about as the awards progress. And it's always amazing as a judge to see how many varied and different projects that we get within KTP. I mean, what other programme has projects as diverse as a paint that makes wind turbines invisible to radar alongside another project that's creating new wearable biometric monitors for deep sea divers? The breadth is incredible, and we reach every part of the UK, quite literally from Land's End to John O'Groats, and North Scott Joinery are probably the furthest north on the mainland UK anyway, and they are just south of John O'Groats, so quite literally we cover the whole country. And across the UK, I believe that KTPs help us all become more inspired, get more involved, and invest more in innovation. But from next year, Innovate UK's foresight has enabled us From next year, Innovate UK's foresight has enabled us to look further afield than just the UK. We're very excited that next April our collaborations will take us into a wholly new direction as we begin delivery of our first international programmes with partners in Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria and Ghana through our African Agriculture Programme. We also aspire to help countries develop their own versions of KTP, just as our colleagues from Dalarna University in Sweden have done. And greetings to Johan, who I believe is online today. And I'm thrilled that so many of the people that we've been talking to about KTP around the world have joined us today. And in particular, I'd like to welcome Dr. Hani Chowdhury, the R&D advisor to the Deputy Minister for Universities, Research and Innovation in Saudi Arabia. And we're looking forward to hopefully meeting you in person next year. So thank you to all of the people who have joined us from overseas today. And I believe we have potential collaborators online from India, the Netherlands, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, Canada, and Japan. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy diaries and potentially being up in the middle of the night to join us today to celebrate the success of KTP. And in time, as these networks become established, I believe KTP can play a role in the new global Britain, collaborating internationally with our new partners. Now, normally at this point in the proceedings, as Fiona said, we would have had an award recognising excellence from within the knowledge-based community. But this year, we've decided to salute the work of all of our knowledge-based partners. Along with the rest of the awards panel, I'm acutely aware that each and every one of our knowledge-based partners has a story to tell about the last 18 months. And in these unprecedented times, it's wrong just to have one winner when all of our knowledge-based partners have gone above and beyond to support their projects. This support has taken many forms, from supporting businesses struggling with cash flow to making sure our associates are protected and supported in what are often very isolated settings, and everything in between. The support that you have given our projects is incredible, and I'm looking forward to hearing some of the stories shortly. Although I don't want to single out any individual knowledge base, I think it's worth putting on record my thanks to the KTP Managers National Forum and everyone who's involved at a national and regional level. I want to thank them for their support and your unwavering desire to help make KTP even better. Your support is often challenging, but it's always welcome, and I know it's viewed with envious eyes by other less fortunate programmes. The current chair of the National Forum is Hazel Juggins from Northumbria University, and I hope she will accept my personal thanks on behalf of the whole of the knowledge-based community for everything that you've done to support our projects. Now, whilst every year brings its challenges, and 2021 is no different, alongside the continued impact of COVID as a community, we've also wrestled with the introduction of new IT systems, new business processes, and new ways of working. And I know that this has been difficult at times, but we continue to improve our systems and our programme by embracing these opportunities. KTP will continue to learn from our experiences, and particularly those of the last 18 months. And I hope to be able to say more about the changes that we already have planned to the programme and those that Indro mentioned earlier at the KTP Managers Conference in December. Collaboration has always been the key element in the success of KTP. You can't stay the same for 46 years, and it's only possible to reflect the ever-changing needs of our businesses and knowledge-based partners by working together. The relationships we create through KTP, whether through events like this, LMC meetings, at Ashbourne Hill for our associates, or within the National Forum, and the countless other meetings that I know we all have that drive KTP forward, they all foster the spirit of collaboration that keeps KTP at the leading edge of knowledge transfer and knowledge exchange. And I hope that's where KTP will remain for at least another 46 years. So finally, please do come and join me at the Innovate table in the networking area once the awards are concluded. And once again, thank you to all of you for everything you've done to support and deliver such an amazing programme. And I'll now hand you back to Fiona. Thank you.
Many thanks, Richard. That was really fantastic. And I'm sorry you missed out on my big intro for you. You've had a really, really busy year, as we all have, but my goodness me, the plans that you've got for the future, we're going to be very, very busy indeed. Now, Richard mentioned these inspiring stories, and we would now like to share with you some inspiring stories from our knowledge base. They really do, as Richard said, deserve our thanks for going above and beyond to help partnerships over the last 18 months. So we have 5 stories to share with you. From the University of West of Scotland, from Northumbria University, the University of Essex, Queen's University Belfast, and the University of Nottingham. Let's hear all about them and their stories.
It's difficult to pick just one inspiring story over the past year and a half. One of our projects in the tourism sector, which was decimated by COVID. I'm delighted to report that that particular project with the Oak Tree Inn in Balmaha in Loch Lomond was recently graded A, which is the outstanding grade in KTP. And in that project, we implemented the full range of support from payment holidays through to suspension and retention, through to project gaps. And that was one example of a project that we naturally assumed would probably terminate, that actually surprised us all, didn't terminate and delivered ahead of plan.
Action Learning is a powerful learning by doing, problem-solving methodology. Due to COVID-19, we were unable to meet face-to-face and had decided to take the programme online, building in a lot of time for check-ins to see how people were doing, what was going on in their physical space that we might need to be aware of, but also what was going on a personal level. Some of the associates commented that it had been a true coping mechanism for them, that it allowed them to get to know each other and really support each other during a global pandemic. I think without this, some of the associates would have suffered in silence, that they'd have really struggled to find ways through, and I think it would have just had much more of a negative impact on their mental health.
We supported firms whose client bases were particularly impacted by lockdowns. We enhanced our welfare offerings to associates and gave them space to discuss, either in groups or one-to-ones, any concerns that they might have had.
We were really worried about the fact that our associates, many of whom come from abroad, would find themselves really isolated. I think the innovation we put in place to get them together regularly was really important, to build a sense of community, to offer them the chance to support each other and to talk to us about anything that was troubling them. And I really hope that it helped them to feel less alone and more supported in their projects.
We felt that there may be opportunities for the KTP associates to support their company partners by looking at other opportunities that the pandemic might have brought. And that's really how Scaling the Edge started.
We recruited 11 KTP companies to the programme across a range of business sectors, including manufacturing, construction, technology and biotechnology. So by offering these businesses an improved innovation process, we expect to see an increase in more sustainable, exportable and scalable commercial ideas coming into the market.
The university have a partnership with Warner's, a local gin distiller, and when COVID hit, more than 50% of their sales were immediately hit.
Pubs, restaurants, airports, everything like that was just gone. So to be able to survive, we started making hand sanitizer. We were just making as much as we could to help people. It was very much a skeleton team here, very, very short staffed, so everybody had to get stuck in and help where they could. Yeah, as much as it was a horrible time, it was also an amazing time. We've gotten so many product launches in the last 12 months and so many awards and feedback, and it's been amazing actually. It's been crazy.
So those stories just show what an agile, innovative, creative community we have, and also how important and how valued the people are in KTP. So, thank you so much again for everything that has been done to really help the projects and really help the associates. And it just shows what a supportive and collaborative community exists in KTP. I should also add that there was some reference made in those clips to the schemes that were used to help support the projects with suspensions, and we should recognise the efforts of Richard Lamb, who throughout at the start of COVID strived to support partnerships by devising schemes to support the projects and to support the associates and to really maximise the effectiveness of the budgets so that we didn't lose projects and we were able to use the funds as effectively as we possibly could. Now we've come to our first partnership award, and this one is the Business Impact Award. KTP is not just about associates completing innovative and challenging projects. KTP is about making real change in a business, creating new capabilities that lead to significant change in the business's bottom line, creating wealth and prosperity for the UK. So this particular award, the Award for Business Impact, is to recognise those partnerships with outstanding results in terms of the impact of the KTP on their business. We have 3 finalists for this award. They're in alphabetical order, so it doesn't prejudice them. The first one is Bob's Manchester and Manchester Metropolitan University. Bob's are one of the world's leading suppliers of packaging equipment and services, and this partnership involved moving their technology from using material that couldn't be recycled to developing novel, recyclable food packaging. Sales have now reached 50 million annually. Investment in R&D has increased from 300,000 to 900,000 £, and the UK is now a recognised centre of excellence in their group. The judges made this a finalist because they felt that this KTP was a clear example of how KTP led to product development, to increased sales, to substantial growth in market share, alongside an increased innovation investment. Our second finalist is Family Law Partners, working with the University of Brighton. Before I summarise this partnership, I would just like to remind us that partnerships are all about people collaborating, and we're hoping that today partnerships can celebrate their achievements together. However, in this case, one of the academic team, Professor Miltos Petridis, who made a huge contribution to the success of this project, died recently, just after the project was completed. So we would like to acknowledge his contribution, even though he can't be with us, sadly, today. This partnership was focused on changing a legal firm through the adoption of AI and data mining, which is pretty challenging in a conservative sector. One of our judges observed, "The project is a fantastic example of how a business from a service industry has benefited from embedding artificial intelligence and data mining. Building a decision support system and implementing novel models of family law provision has transformed this business, and it's led to a 5-fold increase in revenue. The impact's far wider than that, though. Their thought leadership is influencing the legal sector, and already 50 other firms are registered on the Family Law Hub, with over 5,000 individuals having benefited for free." So you can see why the judges felt that this had really had a significant effect. Our third finalist is IG Masonry Support Systems and Queen's University Belfast. IG Masonry Support Systems do exactly that. They design and manufacture masonry support products. Working with Queen's University Belfast, they won our Engineering Award in 2020, and that recognised the remarkable engineering achievement of delivering a highly sophisticated design tool that reduced the staff hours needed at that stage by 90%. Well, we're a year on now, and the business reports an established innovation culture, a 10-fold improvement in productivity, the establishment of a respected brand and a market-leading position. Revenue has increased from 7 million to 17 million, and staff numbers from 88 to 143. So real growth there. Massive impact. One of our judges said, "This project has had a transformational change on this business." So, how to pick a winner from such a varied range of success stories? I have a golden envelope which is sealed. Let's just see what it says. The winner is Family Law Partners and the University of Brighton. Many, many congratulations to you. And I'm going to ask Alan Larkin, who's the Director of Innovation and Technology. He's a solicitor and a collaborative lawyer of part of the Family Law Partners, to say a few words on behalf of the partnership. So over to you, Alan.
Thank you very much. It's absolutely incredible. I'm going to give a quick roll call of thanks to the amazing team that we've been collaborating with, to the academic team led by Dr. John Kingston and Andrew Montgomery, and of course the late Professor Miltos Petridis. Thank you very much for recognising his contribution, by the way. Also to the brilliant Brighton University KTP managers, Shona Alexander, Liz Johnson and Liz Fleming, thank you. And to Terry Corner, the Knowledge Transfer Advisor, for green-lighting our Harrowlift venture. To my colleagues Chris Malkin and Robert Williams of Family Law Partners, and finally to the suave and sophisticated associate Sam Paul for making it all come together. Thank you very much.
Well done, Alan. Thank you for that. And it's really great, you know, that there's such a team and there's so many people involved, and it sounds like this has been a marvellous outcome for you.
It's been fantastic. Thank you.
So we come to our second partnership award, and this award is for societal impact. So we've talked about the business impact, and this award is talking about other effects that KTP can have on broader society. Now, an example of this is to reduce carbon emissions and move towards net zero. And I'd like to introduce Alicia Greathead. The topic of net zero is really very close to the heart of Alicia Greated, who is our CEO of KTN. Alicia has been leading KTN for the last 3 years and has been spearheading our new strategy to connect and collaborate for positive change. She has inspired us all to work to change the world for the better, and she's the perfect person to speak to us about KTN's perspective on net zero and on the importance of collaboration. Over to you, Alicia.
Oh, thank you so much for that kind introduction, Fiona, and to everyone for having me here today. I love these awards. They mean a lot to me, I think, both professionally and also personally, and there are many old friends and colleagues on the call today, so a big, big hello to everybody. It's really, really great to be joining you all and hearing all of these inspiring stories and the positive impact, the positive change that KTPs are having. And for those of you that don't know me, as Fiona said, I'm Alicia Greated. I'm Chief Executive of KTN, and I've been in this role now for, it's actually 2 years. It feels maybe longer, I don't know, but it's 2 years. And one of the first events I attended and spoke at in this role, and it was actually the first event I spoke at as Chief Executive, was a KTP event in Edinburgh. And it was pre-COVID, it was real life, and some of you on this call were there. And it really did have an impact on me, because before starting this job, of course, I knew about KTP's knowledge transfer partnerships. You know, you hear about them. But it was only when I met people like you, I mean, hearing these videos today, it's just so inspiring. It's when, you know, you speak to associates, you speak to the businesses, and you really learn, and I really learned about the difference that this work is making to your lives, to your careers, employment opportunities, and seeing the success of companies. But really, really importantly, that personal growth, that experience, what Indro was talking about before, and Richard, what we've heard throughout all these talks. And it was then I realised the really true impact of this very wide-reaching programme. And today we get that same energy, that pride, that confidence, which is just so inspiring for all of us. And personally, I'm so pleased that the theme of these awards this year is around the spirit of collaboration. You know, we've heard the word collaboration, we hear it all the time, it's bandied about all over the place. But it's so powerful when you see people genuinely working really effectively together, sharing stuff, trusting each other to create positive change. And all of you here are working so hard to do that, and it's truly inspiring, and we're very thankful to all of you for doing that. Collaboration has been a core part of my career and actually my life, bringing together academics, businesses, different disciplines, countries, working across countries, and I feel really privileged and super energised by the fact that at KTN, collaboration is not only key to our work, it actually is our work. It underpins everything that we do. And we believe that that positive change through innovation, I know you believe this as well, can only be achieved through collaboration. So our role is to do that connecting. It's to connect diverse partners, opportunities, communities, to drive that innovation, and that really importantly, that makes a difference to people's lives. And KTPs are just such a beautiful example of that difference that can be made. KTPs, we've heard a lot of this today, you are connecting people, all of you here, and ultimately these partnerships are all delivered, all driven by people, particularly the brilliant associates. I mean, it's just so inspiring meeting you all that are involved in these projects. But as Richard was talking about, we also see organisations working together, and the creation of the KTP partnerships, it really relies on that outstanding support we get from you guys here. I saw on the list, we've got many of you here, those KTP offices in the universities, the KE teams, who are working really closely with the KTP advisors, the people like Fiona. And you've heard about that work we just heard now in the Inspiring Stories section. That is a network, it's a community, it's almost even a family. And that makes KTP worth so much more than just the sum of the individual projects. And I also feel what's really important, again, we've seen this today, having Indro here and Ottolin, KTP is a brilliant example of collaboration between different agencies and funders. And you know KTP is an Innovate UK scheme, but it's really richly supported by the research councils within UKRI, by the devolved administrations. That's really, really important, is the regional support, and BASE. These agencies, these departments, they're all contributing, they're all collaborating with Innovate to offer this scheme that really drives not only their own priorities, but is delivering benefits to UK more widely, and really excitingly even taking KTP global with our Africa KTP, which is something which we're really excited about. So together, you and we all together are working to drive really meaningful change, and there's so many examples of the value of KTPs that we've heard today and that we're going to hear about in the nominations. Really, really exciting. And also that I've come across in the last couple of years. You'll know, I think some of you, about the example, I love this one, about the ultra lightweight intelligent wheelchair. And that was developed as a result of a partnership between UWS, the University of West Scotland, and the Phoenix Instinct. Phoenix Instinct, that's a great name, which went on to win the company $1 million through a competition, $1 million of prize money. But it's not really just about the money. The money's great. But these wheelchairs, they will massively improve the mobility. They will be improving the daily lives. They will be changing the lives of wheelchair users. And I was also really inspired by another example. This was a KTP that helped solve the really important challenge of food waste. This is a collaboration between UWE. They both the examples have West in them. I live on the East, but they're both. It's the University of West of England and Beehive Innovations. And they're identifying potato defects using sensing technology. But the reason I mention is it ultimately is reducing food waste. And we know that waste is one of the massive challenges that is facing us in the modern world. But another outcome of that partnership was the associate Barbara has been retained by the company, and really brilliantly, she was also awarded a UKRI Future Leaders Fellowship. So really big well done. And we see loads of great examples where the KTPs, the projects that you're working on, are tackling these real tangible challenges. And most importantly, you are making lives better. And as a country and a society, a whole globe, we have been facing the most enormous challenges recently. And we've heard from everyone speaking this morning about the challenges we've been facing. And I genuinely believe that if businesses, and not just businesses, other organisations, if we're going to solve these major issues like climate change, the major issues that face our society, then businesses have to be working collaboratively with research, with funding, with policymakers, both nationally in the UK, but also globally. And that is where we as KTN really want to be helping and contributing to doing that and connecting the whole system. So as Fiona said, our next award today is the Societal Impact Award, and this award recognises these challenges that I've been talking about. It recognises KTP projects which have delivered a societal, a social or an environmental benefit, and ultimately improving lives. And I know I can say on behalf of myself, obviously, but also Indro Mukerjee and Ottolin Leyser that you heard before, that we all agree the work that we do to drive innovation, it must also create positive change in building a really diverse and inclusive society. You've heard that from all the speakers today. And also a healthier environment for us, but really importantly for the generations in the future, the generations to come. So I'm personally really excited about this award. And in one moment, I'll pass back to Fiona to introduce the finalists, but I just wanted to finish by saying a really enormous congratulations to all of you who've been nominated, and a genuine thank you for the work that you do, the time, the energy, the collaboration that you each demonstrate in this work. It really is inspiring. So thank you and good luck, and I'll pass over to Fiona.
Thank you very much, Alicia. And you've summed it up really well. We have so many fantastic KTPs that deliver amazing technical benefits and technological benefits, and loads of those also lead to really significant societal benefits as well. This particular award that we're going to have now, the Societal Impact Award, it's recognising these broader benefits from KTP to our communities and society, in addition to those that come from wealth creation. So this award in particular recognises those partnerships where the focus has been on making an impact, making a real impact and a change to our society. So let's move on to the finalists for the award. We have 3 finalists again. Our first finalist is Red Whale and the University of Reading. This KTP partnership developed state-of-the-art online multi-device learning for general practitioner professional development in medicine and healthcare. But they also supported people outside of the UK, and they provide support and training to family doctors in low-income countries. And so this KTP not only supports the well-being of the people in our country, but also contributes to the UN Sustainable Development Goal of good health and well-being. In addition to the main focus of the KTP, the business helped the NHS through the pandemic, and they offered free access to all of their COVID-related content. One of our judges summed this KT up by saying, "This is a highly impactful and innovative project which will surely touch millions of lives." Our second finalist is St David's Children's Society, working with Cardiff University. The focus of this KTP was adoption services for priority children. The team translated what was emerging research from the Wales adoption cohort study into a practical methodology, so real translation of research into something practical. And that's now called the Adopting Together service. One veteran of adoption services quoted, "This is the way forward in revolutionising the future of adoption." With 23 children already adopted, and another 35 in the process, this KTP is impacting positively on the lives of vulnerable children across Wales and improving their futures. The judges felt the creation of the Adopting Together service is impacting positively on the sector. The evidence given shows the substantial societal benefit of the project and the longer-reaching implications around quality of life for the children who have been adopted. Our third nomination, our third finalist, is Trello Borg, working with Loughborough University. Trello Borg is a world leader in engineering polymer solutions that seal, dampen, and protect critical applications in demanding environments. A significant obstacle in the rollout of wind farms is that their interference with radar systems. And this partnership developed a coating material that allows tailored electromagnetic signatures to become invisible to S-band radar. Now you might think, well, why is that a societal benefit? But in doing this, it overcame a planning constraint for wind farms, and that has enabled an acceleration of wind farm installation. And that will generate enough extra power for 15 million homes and saving an extra 70 million tonnes of CO2 annually. One of our judges commended it and said, "This project has not only hugely contributed to the potential of wind farm sites by removing a barrier to planning, it has also sought to use recyclable materials in the construction of the technology." So we've had 3 really different projects there, and their societal impacts, are very, very different as well. Who would want to have the job of trying to decide which one of those was going to be the winner? But the judges have reached a conclusion, and I would like to announce that the Societal Impact Award winner is St David's Children's Society and Cardiff University. And I would like to ask Professor Catherine Shelton from Cardiff University to say a few words on behalf of the partnership. Hello, Catherine.
Hello. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who's been involved in the judging decision. First and foremost, we want to thank the families and professionals who put their trust in us to deliver a therapeutically informed service for some of our most vulnerable children. We want to thank the National Adoption Service Wales and its voluntary partners for enabling collaborative working. And we'd like to thank Welsh Government for their financial backing for something of societal value and for championing our vision for adoption services. And finally, can I thank Howard Nichols, our KTP advisor, for challenging us to be ambitious with this project. We've really, really benefited from his input. Thank you so much. We really, really value this award. Thank you very much.
Well, Catherine, I'm so pleased that you feel that you really value the award, because I have to say the work that you have done has made such a change to people's lives, these children's lives. So, we are so delighted that you have been able to have such a strong impact, and many, many congratulations to you and the team. And it can only go on to bigger and better things as this spreads out throughout Wales and hopefully further. So many, many congratulations. You've done a fantastic job.
Thank you so much.
We're now ready for the second set of Future Leader Award winners. So these are Future Leader Awards for 2021, our young associates. Remember, these are associates who have been nominated by their partnerships as having performed to an outstanding level, both technically and managerially, and they've been nominated and then chosen as one of our finalists. So to do that is a really, really significant achievement. We've already heard from 4, so our remaining 4 winners I'd like to announce. Our 4 award winners our future award winners for 2021 are Johnny Reader, Megna Day. Oh, here we are. I'm ahead of the show. Our awards go to, and I've spoilt it now, Johnny Reader, Megna Day, Justin McHenry, and Verity Morehouse. Now, as we heard before, we're going to hear their 4 stories, and so let's hear them now.
I've been doing a KTP at a company called VFarm now for about 3 years. And what I've been doing is designing and developing systems for growing crops indoors. These systems are used for growing crops that are free from pests and disease, free from environmental conditions, and they use significantly less water and can be grown right next to where it's consumed. What I found exciting about this role is the ability to work in an industry that could potentially have a big impact in reducing the amount of carbon emissions, in reducing the amount of water we use, and also raising the nutrition of people's diets and making it more accessible to more and more people. I feel that I've not only developed my skills as a design engineer, but it's also given me a great opportunity to learn the ins and outs of how a business should run. To be put forward as a Future Leader finalist is a great honour. I'm extremely grateful to the whole KTP team who's given me the opportunity to get this far. You know, it's a really good accolade to have under your name. So again, very honoured indeed.
The project revolves around high power modules. The idea is to come up with a power attached technology that can be embedded in their IGBT modules. So material science is a big part of the project, which aligns with my education and my past experience. However, it was an exciting challenge for me to apply that knowledge in semiconductors industry, which was completely new to me. So the KTP project really allows you to grow as a person. It gives you that space to understand what your personality traits are, and at the end of the day, play to those positive points and take advantage of it. I got plenty of opportunities to attend conferences, do technical courses. I could meet like-minded people and network with them, which was a fantastic opportunity, definitely. I'm definitely nervous and excited at the same time to be a finalist. I think it acts like a motivation for you, and it confirms that what we are doing is right, and basically continue down that direction and just keep improving and work harder.
Essentially what our project looked at was what we call Planning Technology Nexus. This is the intersection between the latest digital innovations in technology and planning processes. I just find it extremely exciting to be able to actually bring together knowledge from private sector and public sector and create something that's going to be used in the future to actually much more robustly plan our cities, make decisions in our cities, and allow everyone an inclusive environment to make decisions on our cities. I've changed a huge amount as part of the KTP, and I think it's a huge testament to how great KTP is and how great my supervisors at Queen's were and the team at VUCI. Everyone really supported all of my career and really helped me develop as an individual and really transitioning my skills towards also product and software development. These are things I'd never had any skills in previously. I'm absolutely delighted to have been nominated for this award, and I think it's a huge testament to how well our project was executed. But that comes down to how amazing the whole team was, and I think that's what really helped me develop into a potential future leader.
My role here is officially a design and manufacturing engineer, and the aim of that is to help the company innovate and grow their range of off-site construction systems to appeal to a wider future-proof market and also become more sustainable. Having the opportunity to make changes within such a large industry and lowering the operational carbon of the homes that we build and the homes that we live in and are replicated on large schemes across the UK and England is really exciting. I've learned a great deal about the inner workings of industry, particularly construction, which has allowed me to grow in confidence in and out the office. But then I've also been able to use these skills for the benefit of the company, so it's a real win-win situation. It feels amazing to be a Future Leaders finalist. It's not something I ever imagined I would achieve when starting the KTP, but it really is a team effort with my supervisors at Cardiff Met who were kind enough to nominate me, but also my managers and colleagues within Sevenoaks Modular, and of course the KTP support network and knowledge transfer advisors, so thank you all.
Well, what great stories. Well done to all of our 8 future leaders. Fantastic to hear those last 4 stories. Many congratulations. And we wish you well in your future careers. You know, it's absolutely great to hear your energy and your enthusiasm for your projects, for the businesses. It's marvellous. So my only request is, as you go forward in your careers, don't forget about KTP and how we might help you in the future. Our next award is for engineering excellence. KTP started, as we heard earlier on, started 46 years ago, and it started with engineering projects. And still today, about 2/3 of our current portfolio are KTPs with engineering businesses. As an engineer myself, I'm extremely proud of how innovative our engineering KTPs are, and that we have such exciting businesses using our talented associates and our academics to grow this sector. The UK needs to be prouder of these people because they're doing fantastic things. We have 3 finalists. Our first finalist is Biocatalysts, working with University College London. Biocatalysts produce specialty enzymes for a variety of industries across the world. This KTP partnership embedded a thing called ultra-scale-down methods, and it's a state-of-the-art technique to speed up the creation and scale up the processes of fermentation-based enzyme manufacture. So the consequence of this was that it allowed a step change in their efficiency and productivity. The results were implemented in Biocatalysts' new £6 million manufacturing plant, so they were very confident about the results, and they realised a 600% increase in yield. This new capability is delivering further commercial success and has also stopped thousands of litres of waste being produced. A judge said how well the partnerships worked together and how successful the knowledge transfer process had been in transforming the company's engineering capabilities. Our second finalist is JFD, formerly known as Fathom Systems, and the University of Strathclyde. Fathom Systems, and the JFD now, is a leading brand in the commercial diving industry for diver communications, gas analysis, and diver monitoring and control systems. This KTP partnership was to embed sensor and AI expertise in health monitoring equipment for subsea workers. Now, they stuck with that objective, but during this pandemic, the broad capability was extended and the application area was then refocused to be at the heart of developing a new ventilator, so really, really current and really vital. In 10 weeks, they managed to achieve the capability to monitor a person's oxygen need and to optimise the delivery of oxygen. So it now delivers accordingly and has reduced consumption 5-fold. One judge stated, the adaptation of the main KTP objective to the ventilator development was remarkable in the time available, and you really have to commend the agility of this KTP partnership in being so agile and being able to adjust and refocus their objectives. Our next finalist is Novasound, working with the University of the West of Scotland. Novasound is a sensors company that utilises thin film processes to optimise ultrasound sensors. The KTP was to develop and embed an in-house capability using high-power impulse magnetron sputtering. And by doing that, they created the world's first commercial piezoelectric thin-film ultrasound sensor. This resulted in a 500% improvement in acoustic performance, gave them obviously new intellectual property, and it increased the valuation for this equity-backed university spin-out. The judges felt that this had been a very successful KTP in delivering a world-first sensor type that has commercial potential. So what's so great about each of these 3 KTPs, they have each delivered commercial, technical, and also they've all delivered some societal benefits as well. So very, very difficult to choose a winner. That's the thing about KTP, it's so broad, there's such a huge broad spectrum of projects. To choose a winner is so hard. I'm sure you've all got your own favourites. But a decision has been made. And the winner is JFD and the University of Strathclyde. What a fantastic story. I'd like to invite Dr. Fraser Stewart, who's the KTP Associate, to say a few words on behalf of the winning partnership. Over to you. Hello, Fraser. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone involved in the judging process. It's been an honour to be nominated for the award, let alone to go on and win it. It's great recognition for the work we've done over the past few years, and you know, it of course wouldn't have been possible without the support of the entire KTP team at JFD, the University of Strathclyde, the West of Scotland KTP Centre, and of course our KTP advisor Ian Haywood. So my thanks go to all of them, and of course thanks to Innovate UK for funding our KTP. Thank you.
Well, Fraser, you've had such an amazing journey, and to change the focus as well must have been so challenging for you all.
Yeah, it was difficult.
well, many congratulations.
Thank you.
So that ends our award winners for the engineering excellence. Well, we've come to a really exciting moment of the day, the major event. Who has won the Best KTP Partnership 2021? You may remember at the start of our event, I talked about how KTP was all about collaboration, all about partnership, all about people. And KTP should really benefit all of those parties, the business, the knowledge base and the associate. If it only benefits one, it's not really a great KTP. And this award recognises those partnerships where the benefits for all three have been outstanding for each of those parties. That really captures the essence of what KTP is all about. So, for this really fantastic award, we have three finalists again. Our first finalist is Merson UK Holy Town and the University of Strathclyde. The Merson project saw the business diversify from manufacturing felt for insulation materials to a real step change here to manufacturing and activating felt to be electrodes for redox flow batteries. That's a rapidly growing part of the energy storage market. They've built a new factory and they've secured orders in the millions already. This project has produced leading-edge battery electrode development, and it's successfully transferred these into the market. So it's not only a great commercial success, but at full capacity there is a societal benefit because Merson will be helping to offset 8 million tonnes of CO2 emissions annually. So the academics benefited as well. This KTP was really well aligned to their research field and has significantly advanced their energy storage research field and resulted in multiple invitations to present at conferences and seminars, in particular a prestigious international conference called Electrochem 2019. What's happened to the associate? Well, the associate has joined Merson as the Senior Research and Development Engineer. He's joined as the project manager with a 6-figure budget to deliver the continuous activation furnace, which he designed in collaboration with furnace manufacturers. The judges felt that this was a really successful partnership that has brought benefits to all concerned and has resulted in a very important technical advance. Now, our second finalist, you may remember the name. It's a previous finalist for the Societal Impact Award. Our second finalist is Red Whale and the University of Reading. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them. Red Whale's vision was to make GP CPD a really valuable experience rather than a tick box exercise, and to improve their practice, and we all want that, don't we? They came to KTP to transition from a classroom-based provider of medical education to one offering state-of-the-art online and blended learning, and they've created something which is relevant and challenging and fun. The platform and the content have been a huge success, including winning a prestigious Webinars That Rocked Best Webinar 2019 award. They've grown rapidly and expanded internationally, and they now have a digitally enabled agile offering. The company supported the NSS during COVID-19, as I mentioned before, with free access that saw over 175,000 bits of learning accessed. The academics in the team had the opportunity to work really closely, and they developed a multidisciplinary team which has jointly authored papers and case studies. This project has contributed to the University of Reading's health theme as part of their portfolio of work supporting the NHS and its workers during the COVID pandemic. The fact that the academic teams work together to create this multidisciplinary team of academics is something which is also a real collaborative benefit of KTP. The associate has become a leading expert in online course development and delivery through applying theoretical knowledge she developed in her PhD and creating a real-world pedagogic delivery in a commercial sector. So really applying your PhD in practice. The judges commented that this was a KTP, right time, right place. A really excellent KTP that has transformed the business. Our third finalist is SureScreen Diagnostics and the University of Nottingham. SureScreen Diagnostics develop point-of-care devices for drug and health screening. The KTP set out to create an R&D function for diagnostic technology. Their original target was to use knowledge to design a portable blood alcohol tester called AlcoStick. Not only did they do this, but they have also the new capabilities that were embedded in the business, which enabled them to rapidly develop COVID-19 test kits, which are now sold in 50 countries worldwide and help the business grow from 20 to over 200 staff. The relationship's really close, and the business staff also supported and inputted into the academic team by supporting case studies, by supporting workshops, and by supporting 6 undergraduate projects and 2 postgraduate research projects. The partnership has been awarded 2 new research grants for them to work together in the future. So they really have formed a really strong partnership and a long-term relationship. The associate has been employed by SureScreen and is now their first ever R&D manager, managing 4 major R&D projects. He's also a company supervisor on a second KTP with Nottingham University. So, is that poacher turned gamekeeper? I'm not sure. The judges commented that this was a great example of really solid teamwork, here creating excellent results and making a positive impact. So we've got our best of the best finalists here. 3 finalists, and what is so interesting, again, it's the breadth of the businesses, the breadth of the sectors, the societal impact as well as the impact for all of the parties. So let's find out, I think we really need a drum roll here, let's find out who it is that's become our winner. Opening my gold envelope, and I am honoured to award the Best Knowledge Transfer Partnership for 2021 to Red Whale and the University of Reading. This is a fantastic achievement, and I'm delighted to invite Martin Haley, the CEO of Red Whale, to say a few words to accept the award. Welcome, Martin, and many, many congratulations. You must be absolutely delighted.
This is amazing. Thank you so much. But for once, I feel lost for words, actually. You know, I feel very humbled to be in this position. This has been a great team to lead through this project. You know, two years ago, we were training 20,000 GPs face-to-face. That's all shifted online. As part of this project, we've got a broadcast TV studio, which is being used today, which is why I'm in the broom cupboard. And but I must highlight members of the team. I'm blessing our associates. It's been absolutely amazing. This has been a great objective achieved today, blessing. And Rachel and her colleagues from the University of Reading and the whole Red Whale team. It's just been lovely to see this team working together as a team. There's one person I would really like to thank specifically here, which is Jerry O'Hagan, the KTP advisor we have, because you know the CEO position in any organisation is actually quite a lonely one, and Jerry has been the most amazing mentor to me personally through this business transition, as well as being the face of Innovate through this. And so I would like to give real special thanks to Jerry, if you're watching today. Thanks.
Well, that's really nice that you've recognised the advice. That's fantastic. And I would just like to say, you know, you heard all of these finalists and you've heard all these projects. So, you know, isn't it a fantastic achievement to be the best of the lot, the best of what KTP is all about? I really want to applaud you and say very, very, very well done.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So that concludes our awards. Well, what a great event. I mean, haven't we heard about some absolutely amazing projects? It's been so impressive to hear about the huge range. They're all part of our KTP community. Doesn't it make you think what an amazing Innovate UK programme KTP is, and how it enables such amazing people to come together to have such fantastic outcomes? We've heard about partnerships with large companies, with small companies. We've heard about commercial projects. We've heard about not-for-profit organisations. We've heard about technical and non-technical projects. And all of these businesses that have worked in these areas have worked with our world-leading UK knowledge base and our associates to create new capabilities, grow their business, and improve our society. I do hope that you've had as much fun as I've had learning about the fantastic achievements of our KTP finalists and our future leaders. Their achievements are something to be truly proud of, and I'm just really proud of KTP as well. It's such a fantastic programme, and it just goes to show what can be achieved through collaboration and through partnership. At the end of the day, and I think we've all said this, at the end of the day, it's all about the people, and the people here are remarkable. These are remarkable people with remarkable stories, and I'm sure you're wanting to ask them lots of questions. There is so much more to learn about these KTPs, or even about KTP in general. So we don't want to finish here. We would really love you to find out more and to mix and mingle with the finalists and to hear more about what's happened in their projects. So we would love you to join us in the networking lounge to have a chat with the winners, the finalists, Ashbourne Hill, some people from Innovate, some KT advisors, and of course, each other. All you need to do is to go back to Air Meet reception, and at the top of the page, you'll click onto the networking lounge. I know that quite a lot of you actually went into the network lounge before the event started, so you just pop back there. For those of you who haven't been there, you'll find that there are a number of tables. Some of them have got designations, and some of them are blank. So you can either turn up at a table with a designation and talk to those there, or if you want to, you can separately arrange to meet someone by clicking on their name, or you can arrange to meet at one of the unnamed tables. Either which way, I do hope that you have been inspired and excited by what you've heard today. And I do hope that you will join us to find out more and to discover more about these wonderful projects. So, finally, I would just like to thank everybody for attending. Many, many thanks for all of those who've done the huge amount of backstage work. You just wouldn't believe the work that's been involved to bring this event to reality. It's been fantastic. We would love you to tweet about the event. So if you would like to, please use the Twitter handle on your programme and the hashtag KTP Awards 2021. What we're going to do now is leave you with some memories of today, and we hope to see you in the lounge. So it's been a wonderful event. Thank you so much for attending, and goodbye.
I would describe a KTP as rewarding, empowering, and exciting.
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 As stimulating, enlightening, and rewarding. Perfect.
Collaboration.
The most important element here is about the downstream business, economic and societal impact that KTP helps to create.
They're a proven route for our academic colleagues to engage with industry.
It provides an outlet for academic research that will provide significant value to a business.
KTP applies a structure that's time-served and proven, but it's also agile and able to change when needs change.
Well, the KTP structure is unique because the company, the associate, and the academic partner get enormous benefits.
Just coming out of uni, it's an opportunity to start in business, and that's not an opportunity many people get, so I think it's an all-round great system.
KTPs and knowledge bases are very important in the professional and academic worlds as they bring about innovation.
The KTP provides a space that allows for collaboration and for a partnership to develop.
Like any good partnership, it's about standing alongside your partner in difficult times.
We supported firms whose client bases were particularly impacted by lockdowns.
There was an awful lot of work in the back office to make sure that the furlough scheme and also the suspension of retention could effectively work for a number of our partners.
Everybody was very unsure as to how things would progress, and I'm really delighted that we were able to respond to our business partners' needs.
Some of the associates commented that it had been a true coping mechanism for them. To be open about the challenges that we were facing and finding positive ways forward was so important for them.
It's too difficult a question to answer. What are the benefits of KTP? There are simply too many